unplanned live stream. I had a very chill Sunday. I straightened up my house, cleaned my kitchen, took a nice little nap. I feel rejuvenated. I was up early. I had my music on, just sorting and straightening out, trying to get rid of these smaller clothes that my kids are outgrowing. I feel like they're outgrowing shit like every 3 months. The life of a mom. So I happened to catch, and this is the Cartier family. So shout out to them. They are covering this incident, and I actually saw it earlier, but I just had no patience to see that kind of crap earlier. I just, you had this politics stuff is really irritating me. I see the demons in so many people's souls as they're committed to these bandwagons of ignorance. I can't wait for this to be over. And I don't think it's going to be over right away because you already see these mainstream media outlets setting up the narrative for the fact that we may or may not know the election results on election night. It's kind of crazy to me how, like, in years past, we've been able to kind of get the votes tallied in the states and be able to make a decent call within a reasonable time. Now it seems like they got a bunch of idiots or people who act like they don't know the system because now we got all these delayed election results. So they are already setting people up for this delay in the results. And I really do think it's to really irritate people, get people in this emotional frenzy, right? So that after the results, they can act like idiots. But that's just my opinion. This is like a foreshadowing I kind of see because this is how emotional these people have gotten in this cycle. So, brace yourselves is all I can say. And, it's an indication of how people are acting in just regular life, how these people are committed to these bandwagons of ignorance and they're just going off the deep end. And I'm going to have to say that I do agree liberals have it the worst. They are emotionally irrational people. And there's a reason why the reoccurring thing, the reoccurring tag for liberal minded individuals is that they are emotionally imbalanced. They are emotionally irrational. I actually saw a Pew poll some years ago, and they were talking about between liberals and conservatives, which ones have the highest mental health issues. And liberals had the highest mental health issues or reported mental health issues versus conservatives. Now, I'm pretty sure there's some mentally ill people on the conservative end too, but in terms of reoccurring patterns and demonstrations, I'm going to give the emotionally imbalanced and unintelligent herd to the liberals, right? Because they have a herd mentality and they all think it's like a group thing and an entitlement that everybody who looks like they should be in this group should be thinking like this group. So here's this black woman minding her own damn business, having lunch with some friends, right? And you got this liberal white chick and her little friend next to them. And she's going to be triggered because this black woman is outwardly saying that she's not voting for Kamala Harris, right? And this is going to trigger Karen next door, who should be minding her own damn business and keeping her emotional composition as she may be listening to something that she may not agree with. But at the end of the day, she doesn't know this woman. This woman has a right to believe how she wants to believe. And at the end of the day, it's none of her damn business. But she's making it her damn business to demonize this black woman because she doesn't want to vote for Kamala Harris. So let's get into this. And shout out to the Cartier family.
Good afternoon, guys. I have two videos that
I'm sorry, guys.
I had a very fiery interaction with a liberal this morning. Uh, this is not foreign for me. It happens. People look at me, they assume that because I'm black and because I'm a black female, obviously I'm a Democrat. So these attacks tend to happen, but not as ferocious as today's attack. And
now, let me tell you, I feel her 100%. Democrats, Democratic whites, it seems, they feel like they own black people. It is something de facto in their little racist brains that tells them that every black person should be a victim like them and that they should think about things like them. Democratic white people are committed to the positions of black people being universal to what they need them to think. I've never seen, any Republicans just that committed to black people just thinking like them. But I do see Republicans like spouting off their own little reoccurring talking points, no doubt. But to this sister's point, Democrats are ferocious. And really, you really peel back the layers of anybody associated with the Democrat, whether they're black, white, you're going to see a reoccurring pattern of emotional irrationality. And, that's what they project. They don't have any control over themselves, it seems.
And we're sitting at the table, we're kind of mulling over some of the questions and answers from the interview. And at some point, I say, as a conservative woman, I could never vote for Kamala Harris because of, and I gave reasons, right?
Now, mind you, she's still just talking to her people. This is their conversation. It don't got shit to do with Karen next door.
And this white woman sitting next to me leans over. And this is where you will see the first video pick up when she leans into me, so much so that I have to pull back, right? And
because she's invading her space.
She's running against a convicted felon, a criminal. So rather than be triggered by this, I just retort with a joke. But now I see you can't joke with liberals because when they say something, they mean it.
They go from 0 to 100 real quick.
The humor in anything,
just or weird as hell.
They don't get it when you're trying to de-escalate things and just
they really, get activated.
You just need to come out and say, stay in your lane.
See, that's the thing. And so, this is why I don't read my comments, right? And see, YouTube will literally try to stop my stream when I start getting busy with these people because now I'm coming off looking rude. And it's like, no, these are grown people maybe who are coming into these people's chats, spouting off these ad hominem attacks because they're in their feelings because they have a different opinion than them. And instead of having some kind of emotional control or balance, they want to come in with these little ad hominem attacks and stuff. And then when I start getting with they rat face asses, then all of a sudden YouTube want to stop my stream. It's like, check your ignorant people. YouTube, stop protecting these people. Because it's like a lot of grown ass dogs, they're not on that time. And this woman was very patient, right? Because I would have shut that woman down right away. Mind your motherfucking business. And I wouldn't even had a whole lot of diatribe. She wouldn't even been able to get that activated because I wouldn't have said shit about Joe Biden. I literally would have just said, mind your motherfucking business. Ain't nobody talking to you. And I just shut it down. I ain't got time to be going back and forth with these people. You're out of you're out of your lane. So I'ma just keep it real quick with you. Mind your motherfucking business. Nobody's talking to you over here. Talk to your friend. That's me. But this sister, she just had time, right? She just had time. So, I mean, honestly, she learned her lesson, right? Because she says it.
Or they don't get it when you're trying to de-escalate.
But you didn't de-escalate because you mentioned Joe Biden, right? De-escalating is shut the fuck up. Nobody's talking to you. Mind your damn business. You mentioned Joe Biden, so that did trigger her ass.
Really, you just need to come out and say, Stay in your lane.
Yes, stay in your
You
lane.
know,
Say
you
it
need to
really
just be
nicely. Stay in your
aggressive.
line. Be
So I
aggressive.
said to her, I
That's
said,
what I'm saying. Stay in your lane is nice, but mind your fucking business just kind of hits harder because now they feel the aggression in your voice. Like, don't get busy with me today. I'm not even talking to you. But
that, oh, you
she
mean
had
like
time.
the criminal that she currently serves with, Joe Biden? So, my table, we laughed. It was a little funny, but that set her off.
Of course, it set her off, right? Because while she's trying to vilify and demonize your candidate of choice, you decided to vilify and demonize her candidate of choice. And you really can't do this with these emotionally activated liberals, right? You can't do that because they're weird, they're emotionally imbalanced, and you really just got to rebuke the demon and keep it moving, all right? A lot of these people got demonic spirits attached to them. So you just got to rebuke the damn demon and keep it moving, right? So you got to let that demon know I'm operating with the power of Christ. And even Jesus had to cuss some folks out in the temple. So it is what it is. She had time for this woman. So that's why she was like, well, Joe Biden is a criminal. No, I ain't even saying shit about no Biden. It's just a quick shut the up and mind your own business, right? And then at that point, she's choosing to antagonize the situation after somebody just told her that. I had to be rude with you because you're being rude to us. Nobody's talking to you. That's the overarching theme to my response to you. Right? You got to shut these liberals down with a lot of force and just let them know you don't have time. I don't have time for these people. I live in a liberal neighborhood, right? And I'm one of those catalog chicks, right? I don't even get activated real quick. Like I have a neighbor, right? He will sit there and he would just go and he would do little slick stuff, and I'll let things slide. But once I get to my shit filter, once the shit filter has overflown, then you're about to get the business. And the first thing he starts doing is, oh my God, I can't do this. My mental health. It's like, I don't give a about your mental health. You know why I don't care about your mental health? Because you don't care about your mental health because you keep fucking with the shit in my yard. So if you care about your mental health, you stay in your damn lane and your mental health will be a-okay because I'm going to cuss your ass out every damn day until you get the memo. Everything's good. We don't have any problems because I will embarrass your ass all up and down this block and everybody will know that you're the wrong one. I had neighbors like coming over my house like, thank you so much. I hate that guy. It's like he just needed a good cussing out. And since I'm the only black bitch on the block, I guess I'm gonna have to do it. And he's on code now. He ain't fucking with nobody. And like I said, if this scenario was not in this little plush little liberal town, right? And this was in Detroit, right? He would have been got his ass whooped. So people need to really stop playing with people like that. Just mind your damn business and stay in your lane because people really not playing with people these days. And liberals even need to be conscious of this because this black woman was really ready to get this woman a business because she kept getting in her face. Like it's beyond you having opposing words. You're getting in my face. You are getting in my space. And this is the entitlement that some of these passionately ignorant liberals feel like they have. And they're going to learn. They will learn. They will learn because not every American is sitting up here just passive and just going to let people bully them. Some people get busy with bullies, political bullies, whatever bullies. Some people do get busy with bullies, so don't be a bully. The overarching thing is we teach our kids not to be bullies because we know that there's a recourse to even being a bully. Some people don't send their kids to school to get bullied. Like, and some of these, like my son will give a bully the business and then they'll end up being friends because he's like, I'm just not going to get my ass whipped by you anymore. So I might as well be your friend. Two boys that thought they was gonna flex on my son, and he had to give him the business. And he has a rationality for everything, and his dad is never gonna stop him. Like I'll be like, hey, try to use your words, try to give the kid a warning, right? He was like, well, I did. I told him to stop, told him to back off, told him not to come up on me. I was like, oh, okay, you took care of business, right? Let's go get some ice cream. And they're not going to suspend my son because he's defending himself. And that's what it is. So don't send your kid to school to be a bully, and teach them not to be a bully, because when they grow up and they think that they can be a political bully, some people will give them the business as a grown-ups. We talk about this all the time. All right. So this Karen, she better be glad that this is a very conservative, she's obviously a polished and a professional black woman. All right. Because if we would have took this scenario in the hood, that woman wouldn't have been able to be in that black woman's face unchecked. Like, she would have got hands. Because these bras in the hood, they don't play that at all. She will never feel that froggish. She would never feel that froggish because she would have got the business instantly. So she better be glad she was in a polished profession. She was dealing with a polished professional black woman who was just not going to go on those activation levels, because there's a lot of people in the hood, they would never let this woman get in her face. They would smack the fuck out of her immediately. And she would have learned that day, maybe I shouldn't be in everybody's business. Maybe I should stay in my own damn lane. Because a lot of people don't play that.
You would think that she'd have the wherewithal to just say, you know what, all right. But no, she said, are you serious? She came in my face. Are you serious? You really aren't kidding, are you?
See, that she's playing a dangerous game with herself. She better be. These people know what types of black people that they're dealing with. They know these are the polished professional ones, right? They're not going to go on these violent activation levels. We take her ass on Chalmers. Take your ass on Houston and Whittier on the east side of Detroit and do that same exact thing. She would have never even got to the point of even asking her, are you, as soon as she got in the girl's face, are you, she would have got the, but I don't think she would have got the eeriest out, because she would have got her shit blown out. This is how people roll. You can't just be going up in people's faces and getting in people's business like this, because this shit could go south real quick. This white woman was very fortunate that she was dealing with a professional black woman, because we don't get activated like that. We're not just gonna start blowing your shit out like that immediately, right? Unless you do something. But let her be dealing with anybody other than that. She wouldn't have been able to get that many words out, because she really would have had like 5 across the eyes. It would have just been 5 across the eyes real quick. And then she would have been acting like a victim, right? Then she would have been acting like a victim. Why? Because she fixed her lips to be in somebody else's business. Then she got up in somebody's face about their business, right? And then they slapped the fuck out of her. And then all of a sudden she's the victim. And they're looking at this little white lady vulnerable. This is why, some white women, when that girl was like, she got a lot of backlash for saying that they weaponized their tears. That is the scenario where she would weaponize her tears. The root cause of the situation is she didn't mind her damn business. She gets up in front of this woman in her face, right? But then when she gets the consequences of it, then now she's the victim. This is how some of these people play. They better stop playing with people.
And I said, no, I'm not kidding. I'm serious. And she said, for real? And I said, for real, for real.
She better than me.
And shout out to the Cartier family for doing this, because, again, sis, I'm going to tell you right now, you antagonized that woman by mentioning Biden, right? You should have just told her real quick, no, and if you don't want to use the curse words, right? Because, my brain, it's always cussing. I got Samuel L. Jackson walking through my brain sometime when I be looking at this stuff, so it would just be cussing. But, you could just say, I'm not talking to you. I advise you to mind your damn business. Now, I would say, try to keep it nice, but I would say it real firm to her. Nobody's talking to you. Mind your damn business, right? And if she kept on after that, then the tone would have to escalate even further, right? And then you do have to get more and more aggressive until she learns to shut herself down and stay in her damn lane. But Karen is just on some shit.
Mama joking, then when someone say it back, you get all rowdy and mad about it.
I'm not getting in my face in public.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of black people will not let you just get in their face like that.
Am I liberal? Do I disagree? Are you a Democrat? Yes, I am. Okay. So the only Republican. So I work for the only thing you ever challenged. Why did you
So the black lady is saying the only people that ever challenge me on my position seems to be you liberal white Democrats. Ain't nobody trying to dry check me on my position, but you liberal white Democrats. And she's right. She really is right. They are some of the racist people in this, and they fake as hell. They want to act like they're like double talking demons. I really don't care for a lot of liberal type of people at all. I don't trust them. They fake as hell and emotionally irrational. I can't even rock with them. Shout out to my libertarians and my independents. I rock with y'all all day.
Oh, you're so smart.
Then this lady has the nerve to put her little, oh, I worked at this government agency, so I have the right to tell you that Trump is a felon and that your position on Trump is wrong. And she said, I don't give a where the hell you work. Like, stop inserting yourself in this conversation, right?
Everybody can leave it.
No.
And what I really don't like about whoever was trying to play mediator is that automatically you go to looking at the black woman as the aggressor. Like, you're not looking at Karen, who's all up in somebody else's lane and business. You looking right at the black woman like, can we just calm down? Why? Because the black woman is getting the best of Karen with this dialogue right now. Karen's not winning in this word battle. She's not.
Thank you. Will you tell her we were having a private conversation before she
So she
came?
wasn't even involved in the
Not at all. Like, this is the whole thing. And the black lady is like, stop looking at me and talk to this nosy ass bitch who's all up in our private conversation.
Just butted in. She was like,
Oh wow.
so she asked to
wow.
Gets in this woman's face. This woman is way over here. You get up to get in this woman's
We
face.
were having a private conversation before she came over in my face saying, am I serious? So no, don't talk to me. Talk to her. You and I already know. You and I already know who is the one. Yeah, you and
I know the brother is trying to keep the peace, but here's the thing, right? And maybe he's just trying to tell the sister, like, simmer down. I know you want to blow her shit out for being in your business, but just kind of be quiet. But it's like, stop looking at me, and she's the one who's continuously in the business. I can't stand shit like that where people can't be objective. Oh, it's a black woman and a white woman. The black woman got to be the aggressor. It's like, no, some of these white women don't know how to shut the hell up, mind their damn business, and they feel this sense of entitlement to say certain things to black women, and a lot of us will not have
She's
it.
the one agitating it. No. If you're going to be a mediator, then do it correctly. Address the person who you clearly see got up and got in my face. Man, go sit down somewhere.
That's
Quit
right.
hating to these people.
So she's not having it. She sound like one of my aunties for real.
you get no.
Because, and that's exactly what it is. This broad gets in this woman's face, all up in her business or whatever, and now you want to act like, oh, I'm a victim and I don't got shit to say now that somebody else is involved, and just trying to make it seem like the black woman is the aggressor. It's like, you clearly see this woman is getting up, getting in this lady's face, looking at her. She act like she got a problem. She act like she's looking for hands. That's what the woman is acting like. She's being this antagonizing person, right? And she's expecting for this black woman to just sit down and take it. And this black woman like, oh no, you will get these words and these hands if you so desire. These people are weird. These people are so damn weird. And I think it's just revealing. This is why a lot of black people are not rocking with these liberals anymore because, you know, you deal with these liberals in the everyday life and you realize they are talking about unconscious bias. They're the ones facilitating all this DEI stuff. You know, what's like really perplexing to me is they're talking about DEI, right? And this is like 2020, right? And I look up and it's like all these white liberal people facilitating all these DEI initiatives. It's like, and then I heard the black people saying that the diversity consultants and coaches, they were talking about how they were getting passed over for these DEI jobs and consulting jobs over these white liberals. So it just tells you that I think liberals need to do some soul searching, some of them. Get that racism out of your soul. Get that entitlement for black people to think like you out of your mind, heart, and soul because it's a turnoff to a lot of people. It's a turnoff to a lot of people. And I think when you hear a lot of black people saying Democrats don't own us, liberals don't own us, this is exactly what we're talking about. We're experiencing your people every day. We're starting to see the plot. We're starting to see the faces of a lot of you double talking demons. And when I say that people will vote for the devil that they know, right? You know, again, people look at what's on the table, who's representing what, how people coming at them, and they make their calls like that, you know? And, you know, this is where, you know, I think that voter base, I really think that they hurt themselves with the black voter base. I think their people hurt them with the black voter base. And I think this is beyond the Kamala Harris, right? I mean, Kamala Harris is just a piece of the puzzle why so many black people are fleeing from Democratic positions because I think we're just tired of dealing with y'all asses, many of us. I've been tired of Democrats. I've never had a loyalty to either political position. But, you know, I see now more than ever why black Americans are exodusing from that position and that loyalty to that party because these people are racist. You know, I don't care how many black people they want to prop up black looking people. You know, I think at the core of even just the Democratic base, there's just a lot of bigots. There's just a lot of bigots who try to act like they're your friends and then they try to slick talk their stereotypical bigotry into some shit, right? Like I automatically know when I'm dealing with a racist ass liberal white person or even just a white person because immediately the first thing they start doing is black talking me. They lose their whiteness and they just start black talking me. And that just is like the weirdest thing for me. It's like as soon as I start hearing it, it's like it goes to my ear and I just want to throw up. And at that point, I know that I can't really trust that person because you can't even be true to your damn self. You got to feel like you got to adjust, you know? You know, you got to get with that imposter syndrome stuff. I don't know. But liberal whites are weird to me. They demonstrate their emotional irrationality. I was talking to this woman. We got in the subject. She was all in on Kamala Harris, and I really wasn't saying shit. But she was looking at me like I was supposed to be like, oh yeah, oh yeah. And I'm just sitting up there just amongst all these women. I'm just not saying shit. Like sometimes I just don't want to talk about politics, you know? Especially if I'm in a business setting. It's like that's not it for me. And she's like, you know, but you know, this is a big deal, you know. And she's all looking at me like I'm some like autistic kid that she's convincing about Kamala Harris. And I'm just like, mm-hmm. Yeah, like not really saying too much. And then finally I was like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't even vote for Obama. I did not vote for Obama. I didn't vote for Obama. So I can't relate. You know what I mean? So I feel like these people, and when I said that, her whole face like just dropped. It was like something like irritated the demon in her soul, and she just like started acting like she had crabs or something because she couldn't like be still. It was like she was like a bottle of fizzy water, and it's just like, go on and take a break, bigot. you know, you thought, you really did think we all think the same, and then you ran into my black ass and surprise, surprise. But anyways, this is just sad. This lady, people like this, and this is more like caution too to some of you liberal whites. You cannot keep getting in black people's business. You cannot keep superimposing yourself and this is not black people, any people's business. Mind your own damn business, right? Just mind your damn business. Because in this scenario right here, like again, this sis, don't, you got to get rid of these liberal demons like that right away, right? You tell her, shut the fuck up, nobody's talking to you, and keep it moving, right? We don't want to hear what you got to say because nobody's talking to your ass, right? And you say it really clearly so she understands that you are out of line. We don't want to talk to you. We don't want to engage with you. You got to be like that with people like this, right? You can't be sitting up there where, Trump is a felon. Well, Biden is a felon too. It's like, you can't do that, sis. You got to shut them down. We don't have time for this back and forth with these emotionally irrational people. You just got to shut them down. And you have to be as rude as you possibly can. That's how you shut them down, so that they understand that this could escalate into even more rudeness if I don't shut the hell up, right? And that's how you got to deal with it. She's going tit for tat with this white lady, and you can't do that. Don't do that, all right? Shut them down real quick, right? But because she did that, now Karen is getting more activated. Are you serious? Now she's invited Karen to say more shit to her. And that's exactly what this Karen lady did. She said more shit because she didn't shut that lady down immediately. Right? So everybody has a lesson to learn in this situation. The sister has a chance to understand you got to shut these. And she even said it. I learned my lesson. I realized that I have to be very aggressive very soon with these people. So congratulations, sis. We always want you to learn. Life is about learning, right? And so she learned that lesson, right? They would have never had to go back and forth because she would have just shut it down, right? And then Karen learned a lesson too, that not every black woman is a Democrat, a passionately ignorant Democrat. And some black conservative women, even if they're not Democrats, they will still get bouted on your ass. And they will still make your ass feel uncomfortable, you and your guests. Karen's friend doesn't look very comfortable with this exchange. She's not very happy. Karen's friend's not saying shit. You know why? Because Karen's friend knows how to stay in her damn lane. That's what it is. And I think when her and her friend walks away, I'm pretty sure Karen's friend is like, well, you didn't have to say anything to them. Right? Karen's friend is not saying not one damn thing as this black woman and this white lady are going back and forth. She's not trying to defend her friend. She's not trying to do anything like that. You know why? Because she knows her friend is wrong. You were all up in these people's business, and that's why that situation got very embarrassing for everybody in this restaurant, right? She was willing to embarrass herself and her friend in the restaurant because she couldn't mind her damn business. So let me get to this real quick. Let me see. You are a sad young lady. No, you probably said you probably one of them liberals running around thinking that you can try people, and people are not playing those games these days. You cannot get in people's faces. So you're sad if you're letting people just walk up in your face uninvited. Nobody's playing those games. All right. Nobody's playing the game. I got the power of God on me. I have self-control. I believe in the fruitages of the spirit, but what I don't believe in is letting people get up in my face trying to antagonize me, because I believe in rebuking demons all day long. I absolutely do. I absolutely do. So, lots of black. Ain't nobody talking about black races, all right? We talking about the white ones, and you probably mad because we talking about one of your people right now. Check your people, right? We talking about one of yours right now, activated as hell. See, y'all always want to deflect on black people, right? When y'all people wrong. You feel sorry for us. I feel sorry for all the people that keep getting in other people's faces and in their business and thinking that it's okay to do that. Right? Reality check. What's up, Felicia? I see you, honey. Right? People don't play that. See, you people want to sit there and do all this, throw rocks and then hide your hands and play like a victim, talking about you feel sorry for people. We feel sorry for you for not minding your own damn business in 2024 and thinking that people are going to be just let you do that unanswered. A lot of you people, you really feel entitled to be all up in people's spaces and all up in their business, right? And then you get the reality check as well, just like Karen did. Look at the whole situation. If she would have mind her damn business, everybody could have enjoyed their lunch in peace in their dialogue. No, she was already triggered because black lady has a white lady sitting across from her and she's wearing a MAGA hat. So she was probably already triggered by this black woman kicking it with this white woman who's wearing a MAGA hat. That probably already triggered her ass anyways. So I feel sorry for you people because you're triggered by sight. That's exactly what it was. I mean, you look at this black lady hanging out with this white woman with a MAGA hat on, right? And this is obviously triggering this lady. So when she's hearing the dialogue come out of the black woman's mouth about not voting for Kamala Harris, then all of a sudden she has to interject like somebody was actually talking to her ass. So I feel sorry for you people who think that that shit is okay. I feel sorry for you people who think that that is okay. You guys are sad and you're always going to get embarrassed in public by the right person if you think that that's okay, because it's not. I'm glad the black Republican lady put her in her place. I'm glad she did too. And I think it's time for black people to start doing that universally, right? Because these people are obviously running with entitlement about what the black position should be. It's like, leave us alone, right? Mind your own damn business and worry about what you believe and what you think. And if you're voting for Kamala, good for you. If you think Trump is a felon, right, then you believe all that stuff. We saw how they weaponized the justice system against Trump. We saw how they kept piling on shit, just like they piling on shit with Diddy, one thing after another, piling on shit with Eric Adams, one thing after another. They do shit like that. So, still the burden of proof. And it looks like Trump is beating a lot of that bullshit and appealing a lot of shit and winning. So, we'll see what the outcome of all those 34 felonies really is when all is said and done. Because all of this shit was like a political witching to me. So I wasn't impressed with all those felonies that they just abruptly dropped on Trump so that they can give the news media the soundbite. Well, Republicans, are you going to vote for a felon now? Look at, we weaponized the justice system to achieve this title for felon for Trump. So now, how is your consciousness? Are you going to still vote for a felon? A lot of people are like, hell yeah. Because a lot of y'all are felons at heart. You're just not convicted felons. A lot of you are shysters at heart. You're just not convicted, right? You've been coordinated enough not to be convicted. So, like, at this point, it's like, go with the devil that you know. Because all of them act like felons to me. They all act like felons. You're delusional. If you have a commitment to either one of those political parties, honey, you are delusional and emotional too. Well, anyways, you guys, see, the liberals get mad triggered when you start talking about their asses. But the bottom line is, don't get triggered. Just mind your damn business. Like, what are you getting triggered for? Just mind your damn business. Stay in your lane. And don't talk to people who are not talking to you. Don't interject in people's conversations, right? Because, again, this went well for this lady. She was dealing with the right black woman who was not very activated, who actually indulged her in her craziness. I would have shut her ass down right away. You know? But then you got the other extreme to the black woman, and this ain't even just about black women. I know a lot of white people, they will get busy with your ass too if you just be all up in their business and they're not talking to you. It's like, excuse me, mind your own damn business. Right? I know a lot of people in general that just don't like people just coming up and interjecting in their space and their conversations because they happen not to agree with something. It's like, if you don't get out of my damn business in my face with this. And this lady felt like she had the audacity to do this to this black woman. And this black woman definitely showed her that she was not playing with her. So let me know what you guys think. I see some of these little passionately ignorant people, probably liberals. They mad we talking about them, but it's like, check your people. Y'all see how y'all people roll. Stop acting like this shit is like not new. That lady had no business getting in that woman's face or her conversation, and she deserved all the smoke that she got from that black woman. So kudos again to the black woman. Stay the hell out of her face. Do I support Diddy? What do you mean, do I support Diddy? What does it mean to support Diddy? I don't get a Negro financial support. You don't hear me up here defending Diddy. So what do you mean, do I support Diddy? You people are weird. Do you support Diddy? Like, why do you guys always care about who people are supporting? Like, do you even know what support means anymore? It's like, what the hell? Like, you people are so damn weird. Okay. I'd like to know what Trump did for black people. I don't know. Ask Jesse Jackson. Ask some people who gave him an NAACP award. Because apparently he did something for black people to get one of those. Let's see. I'm not triggered, honey. I'm just answering questions. Y'all be answering weird questions, and it's just, I gotta let you guys know it's weird. It's just like the people who are like, if I call a black people an N-word, am I racist? I just go ahead and block these people because it's like, you know, if I said something, like usually it'd be like these little fake folks who claim that there's something that they're not, that just want to be saying the N-word. It's like, just shut up. Just let out your inner racist. You know, it's like, stop asking stupid ass questions. And they usually be these dumbass liberals. Like, they really are that racist. I sound weird. Well, get your ass off my channel. Um, Jesus cursed in the temple. He cursed the scribes and Pharisees when they were mixing commerce with the word of God. You're probably a money worshiper, so I'm probably more Christian than your ass who go to church every day and still out here sinning on Monday through Friday. Let's see. Trump. Yeah, 2 days away. 2 days away. And the political witching will be, oh, well, I don't even think it's going to be over. Because like I said in the beginning of this blog, the media outlets are already setting people up for delayed election results. So we're going to have to deal with these passionately ignorant people on both sides until there is a winner called. And I truly do believe that, you know, if the results are anything contrary to what most people believe, you know, it is going to be a problem. I really do believe it's a problem. I think that, you know, despite what, you know, people are projecting, you go through the projections and you see how the streets are talking. I don't see how Kamala Harris is going to be winning. But we shall see. They're acting like it's just so super duper close. But again, liberals, they come out in squads and packs and stuff like that. But I think this time around too, conservatives have actually been doing some grassroots groundwork. Like I said last political cycle, normally I would get a lot of liberal shit. The liberals would be at my door. One thing I did give the liberal, political herd their flowers for it is that they do the footwork. But this time around, the Republicans were doing the footwork. So there was just as much political campaigning and outreach from the Republican side this time around. It was really just an even split. Like my mailers, like I had campaign stuff for both candidates equally. Like I had campaign material. They had their grassroots people on the ground, so I actually did get a visit from some conservative people, whatever they call these people, um, and I got the liberals, so it was even, and even down to the text messages. I got a crap ton more conservative text messaging outreach. So they really, and then even with the political ads, it's crazy on YouTube. It goes from Trump bashing Kamala to Kamala bashing Trump. It's like this ebb and flow. So I will say on the YouTube side, they are being kind of objective about how they're running these political ads because they're really going back and forth. One will bash Trump, one will bash Kamala, one will bash Trump, and it's an ebb and flow. So we will see. It seems like both parties put in the footwork like equally this time. And the one good thing on the Republican side, these last couple of cycles, is that they actually created their own media machine. And that has really helped push out the Republican position to a broader audience. And it's helped a lot of people kind of examine their position and why they're committed to one side or the other. And I think that's why you see a lot of Black people questioning. And I can only speak for my own community. So if y'all see me focus on Black, that's just because that's what I am. And I let the white folks talk about they folks. Like, I don't understand why people keep, you know, expecting me to talk for everybody. Everybody got a voice. Everybody can talk about what they're passionate about. But I do believe that Black Americans have been able to be exposed to broader positions. And that has allowed many Black people to really re examine their political commitment. Because again, you have a lot of Black people who were kind of like herd mentality, de facto Democrats by way of their family, right? Democrats, Black people especially, they do a really good job of making it seem like the Democratic Party is where Black people should be. They do a great job of narrating the Republican Party as being racist and not for Black people. But when you really peel back the layers of a lot of these Democrats, they are racist to their core. They are supremacist, Talmudic to their core, and they freaking hate Black people deep down, right? They will use us all damn day, but they hate us. And many of them reveal themselves in so many colorful ways. So, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I will catch you on the next one. Let me know if you guys saw the unhinged Karen going off on the Black conservative woman. What were your thoughts when you saw that? Did you think that this woman had a right to just superimpose herself in this Black woman's conversation that didn't have shit to do with her? Right? Do you think that it's actually getting dangerous for people to feel that froggish and to be leaping into people's faces because they oppose people's political positions? Let me know. I think that it's a dangerous game when you start just going into strangers' faces, wagging your finger and being antagonizing because you don't like their political positions, because I don't think that Americans are wired the same way anymore. I really don't. I think that we are a lot more activated as a society than we've ever been before. So that means that people really should be being a little bit more cautious about how you approach people, right? And sometimes you need to just be able to walk away, right? First of all, I don't care about, like, I can sit there and listen to somebody talk about how great Kamala Harris is and how wonderful this and that and that. And you know what? I won't even say a thing. Or I can hear somebody say how great Trump is and blah, 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 blah. He's great, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying a thing. They're not talking to me. It's none of my business, right? They have a right to feel that way, right? There's a lot of ways that people feel that I don't agree with, but they ain't got shit to do with me. So it's not up to me to say anything to them about it, especially if I don't know them, right? So people are getting too froggish, and you really should be careful because this is a 2024 Americans. And I don't think people, you see how these political positions got people just all over the place. I don't think it's very wise to be just walking up to people doing that anymore. So, you guys have a wonderful night. I will catch you on the next one. And oh, last night, check out my live stream last night because they censored the hell out of that one. I was talking about Ray J being sort of very similar to Diddy in so many ways. One of those industry ops. Ray J, it seems like bro is just every time somebody's coming forward about being a victim of something, they got Ray J, they sick Ray J on them, it seems, to get them to be quiet. Like, I got deals, I got bags. I'm like, how the hell is Brandy brother just the big deal maker in the music industry? I really don't get this. Somebody said that Ray J might have been a victim of grooming. But here's the thing about these cycles of trauma, because you really do start creating cycles of trauma. Let's just say, those allegations were true, that Ray J was a victim of these cycles of trauma. So, I mean, is that justification for him possibly, maybe, to, you know, enable these cycles of traumas even more? Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys remember when Raz B was coming out and talking about being molested, but they were trying to make that dude seem like he was crazy. And then all of a sudden you get these phone calls from Ray J's getting phone calls from all these people, and they're basically telling him, shut him down, right? So then Ray J gets on the phone with Raz B, kind of rebukes him from like, why are you mentioning me? Why are you doing this? Right. And then he flips and say, look, I got Sarah Palin. I got all these people. I got Oprah. I got Gail. Right. I can get you some business deals. Right. And Raz is like, well, what does that look like? And he was like, I haven't really thought about it, but basically shut the hell up and we'll get you some bags, but you got to shut the hell up. So lots of crazy stuff. Check out that live stream. I just think there's a lot of industry ops. There's a lot of industry ops, and these people are just evil file people protecting other evil file people. And I think you have a cycle or a cabal of people who are just protected until it's their turn not to be protected. So I think, again, Diddy pissed off the wrong people, right? And no, I don't defend Diddy, but at the same damn time, I do think that, like I said, none of this stuff is new. None of this stuff is new. Diddy was protected from all the evil crap that they are now letting be exposed because he's a burned asset, obviously, and they need him to be demonized in the public. But let's just peel back the layers of his evil and just understand that he was a protected evil ass dude. And the very people taking him down right now are the very people who protected him from having public shame on everything that we're seeing right now. A lot of these people, they knew what it was, but they could not speak on it because you had agencies that were there to protect Diddy as an asset. But once he got burned, obviously they gonna throw the book at dude. So that's why it's like, no, I don't defend Diddy. I just kind of read between the lines of everything that I'm seeing. And I'm just looking at somebody who is he was an asset to these people, and now they're taking him down. So, there's a lot more evil to be talked about outside of the face of this evil, right? You got Epstein, and then you got all the high level people that were rolling with Epstein and violating children in either sacrifice or sick pleasure, right? You got Diddy, and then you got all of the powerful people enabling Diddy to leverage these artists, get collateral on these artists, so basically they can own these people, right? Because if I can imagine, Diddy's role, Diddy was like the Epstein of the music industry, so I think his job was just get collateral on any artist, up and coming artist, cozy up to anybody that's making musical noise that we can make money off of, get collateral on them. So when we want to own them and own their publishing, we can dangle these video collateral on them, right? Whereas Epstein, he was more like have these ritzy parties, invite these bankers and all these Wall Street CEOs, all of those guys, right? And let's get them trapped up, right? So when we need to bribe people or make deals with somebody, we'll have enough collateral on those kinds of people to get them to sign a yes. So these people, this is what they do. It's a collateral game. It's a collateral game. These people specialize in collecting collateral on people. That was Diddy's job, I believe. But once you start getting beside yourself, which I think Diddy probably did, that's when they can take you down. So no, I don't defend Sean Diddy Combs, but I think that everybody should look at things objectively. I mean, look at the shit. You just got to look at how things go down. Like Eric Adams, he started talking shit about the Democrats and their migrant crises and what they're doing. Next thing you know, the brother get indicted. It's about timing, people. Time, place, and manner. And lawyers know about this. You guys know what I'm talking about if you're a lawyer. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye. Wait, Latinos for Trump? Hey, New Age. I'm just, I was actually looking at a blog earlier, and this Latino guy, he was saying that this year, Latinos are going to have more of a Trump or Republican support than normal. Would you say that that's true? Like, are more Latinos kind of going towards the Republican side this time around? You said humanity for Trump. Well, anyways, you guys, Latinos for Trump. That I am actually gonna see what the black and the Latino vote looks like, when all is said and done. I'm very curious to see what the black and the Latino vote looks like this cycle, what the shift looks like, right? Because I think the Democrats have been mad comfortable with all these little ethnic and struggle groups. And I think a lot of people are now kind of thinking about the economic policies. I think people are a lot more smarter about policies too. But Kamala is Indian, not black. You know, she's culturally black in her mind. So we gotta she's a dolezal. We just gotta let them have their. It's like, the trans people. You just gotta let them be what they think they are. Yeah. But anyways, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.